Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. The purpose of today's tutorial is to talk to you about how you can include emojis inside of an email. I have an email, I've constructed it. I'm going to click right here in this section. After clicking in this section, I'm going to use my keyboard. I'm going to hold the Windows button down. I'm going to press the period one time. This box appears showing me a host of different emojis that are available to me. Along the bottom of this box, I have category identifiers. If my arrow hangs out on the top of any one of these icons for just a few seconds, it will tell me what specific category that represents. When I click one time on that category identifier, I can then move down through that section in order to find several other emojis in that category. I'm going to click right over here on the magnifying glass, and while I have that open, I'm going to type BOX. You'll notice anything related to box then appears in this space. I'm going to use backspace on my keyboard. I'm going to type sun. All things related to sun appear in this area. It takes a couple tries sometimes to kind of figure out the nuances of this search area. Sometimes it doesn't work pristinely. You might have a couple hiccups the first few times, but trust me, I have a feeling that you're going to figure it out. I can click right here on the sun for that to appear. I'm then going to type balloon. I don't even have to type the entire word for it to appear, and then I will click balloon one time right there. I'm going to click the X right here. I'm now going to show you one other strategy that I use in order to make this process a little bit more efficient. I'm first going to create some auto category that I would like to populate very quickly. Have a MARVELOUSDAY exclamation mark space and balloon. Let's pretend that I would love this entire phrase and the emoji to pop up every time I type only a few letters. I'm going to come to the very end of this section. I'm going to illuminate this entire section. I'm going to copy this using my keyboard. I'm going to hold the control button down. I'm going to touch the letter C for copy. And then here's the next thing I'm going to do. I'm actually going to use the AutoCorrect feature in order to make this happen. I have come over to the left, right over here on the left. I'm going to click where it says File. After clicking File, I'm going to come down here to where it says Options. After clicking Options, I'm going to click on the left-hand side where it says Mail. After I click Mail one time, I'm going to come right over here where it says Spelling and AutoCorrect. Inside this area, I'm going to choose AutoCorrect Options. Inside this area, I'm going to type a series of letters that make sense just to me. They may not make sense to anyone else, but it's going to make sense to me. Have a marvelous day. HAMD is not a real, genuine word that I'm going to use in real life whenever I form an email. Have a marvelous day. Then I'm going to replace HAMD with, and this is where I'm going to paste that text that I just copied. So I'm going to hold the control button down, and then I'm going to touch the letter V for victory one time. Have a marvelous day balloon appears in this area. Yes, the balloon looks a little bit different, and that's okay. It's going to be that red balloon that we saw a little while ago, but in this space, all of those icons or emojis are going to look a little bit different. I'm then going to click Add because I want to add this to the list of AutoCorrect features in here. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to click OK again. I'm going to click OK again. At this point, I'm going to initiate a brand new email. So Control N, and it popped up on my other screen, so I'm going to scoot it over here, and we're going to test to find out if the autocorrect works or not. Have a marvelous day, spacebar, and that entire phrase, including that icon, appears. So if that's a phrase that I want to say over and over again in emails multiple times per day, I don't have to type that entire phrase out all over again, and I don't have to use the keyboard shortcut for those emojis to appear. I just type 4 letters and the space bar. So I also have AutoCorrect. One autocorrect that I have is these 3 letters that don't form a word. Have a splendid day. Another one that I do is the letters O and P as capitals, and that's going to produce the sun. When Christmas comes along, I have Xmas, space, and then a Christmas tree appears. Another one that I use is MKO, because I know that's not a real word. And so the only thing that I want auto-corrected in that situation is the balloon. And some of my autocorrect strategies might not make sense to you, like Y, O, and P. I have to make sure that I'm finding something that isn't a real word. Otherwise, it's going to autocorrect real words, and I don't want it to do that. So non-standard word structure followed by a space bar, those would be the ones that I would use in order to pop those into autocorrect in order to save myself some time and energy. All right. Thank you so much for watching today's tutorial. I hope these bless your emails. Have a great day. Bye-bye.